So there's a common reason why all dating profiles don't work. There's a secret to doing them that I've never heard anyone talk about. And I'm going to give you that secret. And to do that, the reason this came up is I saw a post on Facebook today. A gentleman, it sounds like he just lost a relationship. And he wrote this beautiful message of who he's going to end up with next. And as I read it, I was like, I hate to say it, his heart's broken, but the line he's going down, he's not going to find the love of his life. And I see this in dating profiles everywhere. And so when I work with clients, I'm like, this is the trap you have to stay out of. So I'm going to read this beautifully elegant post that he wrote and stay till it, because I'm going to show you why this will never work. And it'll shock you, because when you hear me read this, you're like, oh my God, this is wonderful. But wait, let me tell you why this won't work, okay? So, and this would go for women as well, but this is what he wrote. He says, I'm going to wait for someone kind, wait for someone respectful, not only in the beginning stages of the relationship when things are bright and beautiful, but also when things get hard. Wait for someone who respects your boundaries and does not force you to do things that you're not willing or you're not ready to do. Wait for someone who is giving and does not keep count of the good things they do for you. Wait for someone who challenges you mentally, someone who inspires you to be a better person. Wait for someone who takes their time to learn and understand you. Wait for someone who's consistent with their efforts in showing you how much they care about you. Wait for someone who wants to be part of your world and wants you to be part of theirs. Wait for someone who lets you know you're on their mind, someone who checks in on you, someone who wants you to know that they care for you. Wait for someone who is willing to commit to you, someone who is willing to choose you. Wait for someone who makes love easy, calm, like coming home. Wait for someone sincere, someone who doesn't confuse you because their actions match their words. Wait for someone honest. Wait for someone who does their absolute best not to hurt you, someone who strives to protect your heart. Wait for someone who will choose you over and over again. Love is a choice you make every single day. You deserve to be the kind of person who is shown up for of what you deserve. Someone who believes in it. Wait for someone who's not perfect, but rather real. Perfect is an illusion. Real is where you find something rare and special. Wait for someone who reminds you that love was always meant to be soft. Now that on its face sounds, oh my God, that's the perfect. Yes, that's beautiful. Let's wait for that. That's what we all want. Well, let me tell you, and if you think about it, isn't that what dating profiles sound like? It's this laundry list of these beautiful words of what they're looking for from somebody else and what they want somebody to be for them. Well, here's the problem with it. And this is why this doesn't work, is it implies what he doesn't realize is he's implying that every other woman he's been with has been the problem because look, he just broke up. So he's just dumped on every woman and said, you're not this. Do you see how demeaning and I guess unrealistic that is? How there's a lack of responsibility because, see, every single person we ever end up in a relationship, they're just a mirror into us. They're never the problem. And so if things don't work out, to write about that, then something in us wasn't right either because we attracted this and chose this. So he's putting all the responsibility on the woman to be this. It's incredibly powerless. Do you hear? It's wait for someone, like this other person. So in other words, the way it's being described is he has no power and no choice over who he's going to bring into his life. It's very weak. It's very victim oriented. It places all the responsibility on somebody else. So I'm supposed to sit here and wait for this perfect creature who has all these qualities. And think about it, ladies. If you read a profile like that, what would be the first thing you'd think? Oh my God, I could never live up to that. That's just, this guy wants way too much. And vice versa. A man reading a profile, be like, oh my God, this woman, think of all the derogatory things men would say about a woman looking for all of those things. And that's the problem with dating profiles. Everyone makes this laundry list of who you have to be. And so instantly we're like, whew, they want too much. And they're not willing to take responsibility for their part. Like, who are you going to be in the relationship? So I took this beautiful message, and if this person was a client of mine, and when I have clients, this is how I advise them to write their profiles. It's completely different, and I encourage you to listen to this and listen to the difference between these two profiles and these two comments, okay? So this is how, if it were me, this is how I would write it. I will be a man who is kind. I will be a man who is respectful. Not someone, I'm telling you, who I'm gonna be for you in a relationship. Listen to the difference. I will be a man who is respectful, not only in the beginning stages of the relationship when things are bright and beautiful, but also when things get hard. I will be a man who respects your boundaries and does not force you to do things that you're not willing or ready to do. I will be a man who is giving and does not keep count of the good things that I do for you. I will be a man who challenges you mentally, a man who inspires you to be a better person. I will be a man who takes his time to learn and understand you. I will be a man who is consistent with my efforts in showing you how much I care about you. I will be a man who wants to be a part of your world, a man who wants you to be a part of mine. I will be a man who lets you know that you're on my mind, a man who checks in on you, a man who wants you to know that I care for you. I will be a man who is willing to commit to you, a man who is willing to choose you. I will be a man who makes love feel easy and calm, like coming home. I will be sincere, a man who doesn't confuse you because my actions will match my words. I will be a man who is honest. I will be a man who does their absolute best not to hurt you. I will strive to protect your heart. I will be a man who will choose you over and over and over again. Loving you is a choice I will make every single day. You deserve to have me, the kind of man who shows up for what you share, a man who believes in you. I will be a man who is not perfect, but rather real. Perfect is an illusion. Real is where you find me. A man who is rare and special. I will be a man who reminds you that love with me is always meant to be soft. Now you tell me, ladies, you read that profile, you're like, sign me up. And vice versa. Men, if you wrote a woman who outlined how she was going to be the woman for you, like you go, hey, this woman has thought about it. She's done the personal work. She's prepared herself. She knows what it takes to be in a relationship. He knows, my God, I've got to live up to this. I'm planting my flag on the moon, on this earth. This is the man I am. And this is who I am in a relationship. This is what you can expect from me. This is what I demand of myself. That is a relationship. That's a dating profile. So if you're not finding dating profiles like that, and it's a laundry list of everything they want you to be, well, I wonder why you're single. You see, the other thing in this is it wasn't someone. Do you hear how vague that is? Someone. And the other thing about the previous version was wait for someone. Well, now you're just saying, I'm going to wait the rest of my life. I'm not going to claim it. Do you hear that? I'm claiming this is the man I will be. This is the relationship I'm looking for. I'm ready now. I'm not waiting for it. I'm living it. I'm honoring it. And I spend my day. I've made a manifesto of the man I will be in a relationship, or the woman I will be in a relationship. So, if you're single, my suggestion to you is scrap your profiles. Get rid of all of them. Redo them. Quit making a demand list and putting all the responsibility on them to fill the hole and do what they need to become. Claim your greatness, claim your beauty, claim your strength, claim your manhood, claim your femininity, claim all that you are, and live by a manifesto and say, this is who I am. This is who I'm bringing to the relationship. You will find someone else who's in the exact same place and go, that's it. That's the woman I need. That's the man I want. We're ready. We've done the work. We know that we're responsible for who we attract into our life, that it's not their job. It's not about victimhood. It's not about blaming. The previous version was blaming everyone else. So stake your claim, plant your flag, declare who you're going to be, man or woman, in a relationship. That's how you find true love.